We've got champagne today in room 1, Alsace is in room 2. 61 products. They're all lined up here, as you can see. The numbers are on the bottles, the numbers go on the glasses, so that we know that the right products are going into the right glass to be put in front of the judges so that they can be sure that what they're tasting and marking is what it's supposed to be from the bottles.
We're all judging using our own experience and palates, but within exactly the same framework, so that we're all assessing the wine on exactly the same criteria. It's very intense because we're looking at actually really fine differences between wines which are quite similar. You're searching in the wine to put it in context with the other wines in its flight, whether it's how complex it is, how deep it is, how rich it is, how refreshing it is.
I think for me what's the strength of the competition is here in the judging process is that you know exactly what you're signing up for each day. So when you turn up, you know that you're judging France, or you're judging Champagne, or you're judging Spain. And I think the fact that you've got to focus on what you know you're going to be judging each day, you can prepare yourself, you can make sure that you're up to date with all the current vintages in that particular country, and you can really prepare so that you as a judge can give your best to the competition on that day, and that for me is very important.
Some signs of age, which you kind of expected from the colour. The colour was especially that it's more than a few years old.
If you can't smell it, you can't taste it. So it all works together. I mean, it's 10% nose in it, or it's 10% taste, but 90% coming from the olfactory receptors. So the nose has to be fully open to it. That's where all the little...
Then you get the sort of aromas coming off the wine, get up into the brain, and the brain actually judges and tells you what you're tasting. Hold your nose and try and drink a wine that's got a strong aroma, and you'll taste nothing.
We know which grape variety, we know where it's from, and they'll tell us if there's a significant step up in quality. For example, if something's a Grand Cru, we'll know that these wines are all Grand Cru. We're just judging what's in the glass against the archetype of what we think is typical of what that grape variety from that place should be.
There's no favoritism, because you can't determine who did what, because it just goes by the number of the glass, and that's it.
You get a lot of time in which to judge, so you can give the wines a very fair assessment, which is important because obviously people pay a lot of money to put their wines in, and it's only correct that we spend time to look and judge them appropriately. And then there is a discussion about what one person feels about a wine style and another person feels about a wine style. So I think that area of debate is a very important area to get to the right score for that particular wine, and that's great for me.
I'm saying we're 0.5. We are 0.5 of a mark from saying this is a silver outstanding, and for me it is an outstanding.
I would have liked a little higher level of complexity on it to just shove it over the bar or put it over the bar. So 85 for me is where I am.
But it was certainly very long and it was very well balanced.
83.
So we judged wines out of the 100-point score. For a bronze medal wine, you're looking at between 75 and 79.9. For a silver medal wine, you're looking at 80 to 89.9, and gold medals are 90 points plus.
If, however, a wine is on the cusp, on the border between being perhaps silver outstanding and gold, then that's when the discussions and the debates really spring into life, because if half the panel think it's a gold and half the panel think it's an outstanding silver, we've got to find out where it lies, what's fair, what really reflects how great that wine is.
I think the competition is lucky because they've probably got more judges applying to do it than they've probably got spaces for people to judge. So I think therefore you do get a really good calibre of judge.
It is the international one, it's British competition, and so our judges are as international as the entries that we get. So we do draw judges from around the world.
There's a lot of experience in that room, there's a lot of years on the clock in the wine trade. So everyone was able to sort of defend their own corner and also reach a chord. Just bearing in mind, it isn't just about what we think about the wine, it's what the person who buys the wine and opens the bottle, what they're going to think. That's important too.